Namaskar. I welcome Vedic Panini language technologist Dr. B.V.K Sastry to this conference. He is an eminent Vedic scientist and also Panini language technologist. He will tell today about his innovation which may revolutionize the Indian language and Sanskrit computational universe. So I welcome Dr. Sastry to say about his innovation. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Prusty Sahab, and all the members who are going to be present here. I'm going to share some of my thoughts on Samskruth language, current computer technology, the future, and what is it that this thing called Samskruth keyboard is going to facilitate in this work. Okay, next slide, please. Next slide. Next slide. Can we go to the next slide? Hello?
Yes. Okay. It is the about page.
The next slide. Next slide.
Now the slide is Quest driving Samskruta keyboard.
It is not getting reflected on my this one. Okay, screen. So okay. So Samskruth keyboard.
Otherwise, the change is not visible now.
No, change is not visible.
Yeah, please. I will let me correct it. Is it visible now?
Yeah, this is visible. Yes, next slide.
Yeah. So next slide. This is the keyboard.
Yeah, this is correct. This is correct.
So please, please continue, sir.
Right. Okay. So what we are going to talk in this session is a keyboard, which I call as Samskruth keyboard, which has been designed as a non-QWERTY Indic language keyboard. You can see the complete different visual, the hardware, the cluster arrangement. I will come to this explanation a little later. You will see the layout has got from the top right corner. If you go horizontally, you will find a, and then next this one EE, and then UU. So this is 3 columns, 3 rows. The 3 by 3 matrix in each cell has got 9 blocks. Out of the 9 blocks, each block in one corner is either having a blank or some entry at the top. At the bottom, it has got one a return symbol kind of a thing, grayish color. So rest of the 7 are used for the language characters. On the bottom, you'll find Control Alt, then the Shift key, the big one, the Windows key, the function key, and then the length key. Rest of the portion of the keyboard has got standard functions, punctuation, and then the F1 to F12 functions, back, escape, and brand name and all that. So we will not focus on that side. We will focus on the central part, which is the language characters. So why is this called Samskruth keyboard? The keyboard carries the visuals of Sanskrit Devanagari. Therefore, this is not English, Roman, Latin alphabet character. keyboard. This is a Samskruth Devanagari Akshar keyboard. KA-Naada is the brand. This is one keyboard for many Indic languages. Next slide, sir. So, brief about this keyboard, the history of it. The design is inspired by Panini Shiva Sutras, the foundational character cluster of language Samskrutham, also known as Bharatee, Brahmi-Bhashaa. Now, historically, Panini comes in between the flow of Sanskrit language. Prior to Panini, we have Ramayana, Mahabharata, and several other Bhasha works. Prior to Panini, we have got Vedas, that is Samskrutham language documents in two broad categories. One is called the Vedic or Chandas. The second one is called the Bhasha. So Bhasha and Chandas put together is Samskrutham. The modern usage Sanskrit is of a very limited nature. It addresses only part of the Bhasha and it disconnects to the Vedic or the Chandas portion. So this keyboard addresses total Samskrutham character cluster, and that character cluster was finalized by Panini. Historic timeline 700 BC, it doesn't matter. Anyway, it's 2 millennia old, way earlier to the current English language character set. And that 14 Shiva Sutras, the Samskrutham language character set, finds the Vedic expansion in Pratishakyas and Shiksha works. That's an expansion. The social derivative of the Samskrutham under Bhasha is what we call as the Indian language Varnamala or Aksharmala. So Shiva Sutra is the core which binds all the Indic languages. The primary design is classification by Swara and Vyanjana. The Swara as vowels of English, Vyanjana as consonants in English is a very, very short mapping of the total Samskrutham character set. We'll see that later. So the product is named after sage KA-Naada, the Vedic sage scientist who has provided the theory of physical universal matter, Anu and Kana. Anu and Kana, Vasudev Mishraji has explained in some earlier video the difference and the importance of that. So I'm not going over that, but as a technology person, KA-Naada, Bharadwaja, these are very celebrated names in the Vedic science or the yoga science. The design of the product is patented at US and India. The reference is given. We started filing the patent in year 2015, granted 2017, Proto manufactured in 2019, field tested versions in 2020, and in 2025, product evolution with newer versions is going on. Made in India for Indian languages, field tested at schools with first learners of computers, good results in age group of 10 to 16, mother tongue, digital literacy, NEP implementation, and all that story. Brand name is also KA-Naada, and then the details are available at the link. And thanks to the team who have made this Samskruth keyboard a reality. Names Dr. Guru Prasad, my technology partner, Shri Gopala Iyengar, who has supported financially and the backbone, NITTE University, and all team members. Next. Next, sir. What was my quest driving this Samskruth keyboard? The drive was restore, think native natural, language, science and technology of Panini Samskrutham. So the detailing goes how to realize the 1980s statement, Samskruth is best language for programming computers. Investigating the hold-up, why are we not able to deliver that statement? How to input Brahmi, Devanagari or any Indian language characters in a native writing system mode without recourse to anglicization, transliteration via IPA. IPA stands for International Phonetic Association. A notation system over Roman alphabet character set to write non-English languages. It's a 18th century convention. Investigating design thinking, logic of Sanskrit writing, true voice scribing system. If Vyasa Maharshi spoke Mahabharata and we believe that Ganesha wrote it down, what was that writing system which has preserved the true voice of Vyasa? What is the true voice system which has delivered us Ramayana, Mahabharata, Gita, Puranas, mantras, all these things as true voice spoken millennia ago to us, and we claim our language has a time-tested stability. So this discipline is called Lipi Shastra and Vakovakyam. So this is what binds digital Sanskrit design thinking, traditionally approved model of creating, transmitting and decoding Sanskrit documents. So if I say this is what Vyasa told, I am asserting that I have understood what Vyasa Maharshi said and I am passing it on to next generation. So I did not create it. I am understanding, decoding and transmitting. How is this possible? This is where Panini, grammar and Shiva Sutras come into picture. Then, how best to realize native, natural, large or native local language models of Panini Samskrutham, which is anchored to Shiva Sutra, Varnakshara, character cluster by set and sequence. Why does the world call Panini as Adi Ganaka? Why did Panini lock Shiva Sutra character set to provide Samskrit language grammar rules? Can we develop Sanskrit language by Roman alphabet character set or Hebrew or Chinese or CJK? Not possible. We require the anchor of Shiva Sutra character set to understand Sanskrit. So this is the criticality of Shiva Sutra, Varnakshara Samamnaya foundation of language model designs for AI of all Indic Brahmi languages. This is connection of the Sparchband of the Indic languages, which we are enshrined in the Indian Constitution, spread all over the country, the linguistic organization of the Rashtra, Bharat Rashtra. If I can understand Swara Vyanjana properly, I will be able to understand Bengali on one side, Odia on one side, Punjabi on another side, Gujarati, and down the line, Malayalam or Kannada. If I mess up with the Swara Vyanjana system, the language model suffers. So this is what has happened when we anglicize the Indian language models into the anglicized model. Next. So the second point was, okay, what is the great benefit? Why should we do this exercise? Applications, productization of Brahmi language, science and technology for national economy, prosperity, leadership, and transform pride to a peaceful power and prosperity. How can we do this? Are we going to live poor, claiming that our great-grandfathers were emperors, sages, scientists? No, I want to live happy and I make the next generation happy, peaceful, powerful, and prosperous. How do we do that? So, Sanskrit learning using without the clutter of spelling model, anglicization, overlay, transliterated phonetic. This was the challenge. What we are having today in digital domain is Sanskrit Devanagari native digital device for language character input is missing, and this is where the Sanskrit keyboard comes as a character input interface. That is the solution that came up. And why did it come up? I was to teach Sanskrit to an English audience, and they ask the question, how do you spell your name? I said, I don't spell my name, I say my name. So it was difficult for them. Then say, where would you put your tongue? Where would you, how much air would blow out? This was the Vak Yoga. So these are the challenges of a teacher in different teaching contexts for Sanskrit that made me get into this investigation. Deliver Brahmi language technology benefits for Indian languages on native natural LLM based AI, that is investigating design thinking logic of Sanskrit, true voice, true script, human machine conversational interfaces, cyber security solutions. In the last 3-4 years, we have been getting machine translation, then the AI written Sanskrit poetry, analysis of the traditional text, and all that. How appropriate is that? Is a big question. If it is not appropriate, how do we correct it? How do we manage it? So this is where the question of understanding Sanskrit, putting it in the translation mode and expansion mode came into picture. So we needed a device. So the goal was to build and advance seamlessly, non-destructively, using state-of-art digital technology and move towards the posited goal set by W3C Consortium. What is W3C? World Wide Web for All Consortium. So we are not looking to become the Ramayana Mahabharata society, agrarian society, or whatever it is. We are moving ahead to become a global digital society. Next, sir. Next. Okay. Envisaged benefits of this Brahmi language, science, and technology. How does it connect to the last 5 decades of the Sanskrit language, technology, computer initiatives? We need to restore the driving logic, Samskrutham Samskruthayana in a global context for Sanskrit language learning. So what we are doing right now is use an English keyboard, anglicized keyboard, over which the mapping of the Devanagari characters are done, and we are using it for the Sanskrit study, screen visuals. We have not been able to tap into the power of the digital technology beyond a print screen page. So in print screen also we were seeing the page. Here we see the digital page. In print page, somebody was printing, somebody was writing in the manuscript. Here we see somebody has created. But can I edit it? No, difficult. I need to go through the gate of English. So we require to restore that Samskruth through Sanskrit into the digital world. So we need a device. Deliver Brahmi language relevant multilingual technology character input device. Now, if you look at Mahabharata throughout India, Gita throughout India, Ramayana throughout India, it is written in multiple scripts, but the voice content is the same. So how can the same voice be written in multilingual writing systems? We require a hardware for that, which accomplishes that logic, true voice, true script. True voice irrespective of the script that's used to write it. So if we are able to achieve this, then we can evolve a Sanskrit operating system for Indian languages and Upamedha, Sanskrit conversational AI AGI systems. And what is Upamedha? Defining human language for the digital device processing, programming. I use the expression yantrartham manushi bhasha upamedheti kathyate. Medha is natural intelligence, sahaj medha, sahaj buddhi. Upamedha, anumedha, pramedha, adhimedha. These are the derivatives of this. So Upamedha is AI and AGI systems of today. If we are able to integrate these two, then we will be able to go in a non-destructive, harmonious mode with state-of-art digital technology. And we will be able to integrate W3 consortium vision, which is based upon the QWERTY, Unicode, ASCII, Roman alphabet character systems at the core, a practical technology what we have today, and connect it and accelerate the India AI mission, which says aiming to build and drive a responsible and inclusive growth of India's AI ecosystem through 7 pillars. It's there on the site: comprehensive, democratic, fosters AI innovation, develop indigenous AI capabilities, ensure socially impactful AI projects, and promoting ethical AI. You can follow the links. Next slide, sir. Okay. So this is where I go for the state of art review, because this was challenged. Why do you require an additional keyboard when an existing keyboard can serve, howsoever good or bad, the need? And we are moving to a touchscreen model where keyboard as an external wired hardware is not at all a necessity. And further, we are moving to a voice interactive system where you just have to speak and the machine transcribes in your desired language. That is human machine interactive systems. Are we ready to work with Sanskrit Samvad as a conversation with the existing technology? How appropriate are they? So the current state of art uses overlay approach last 60 years. What 60? Okay, 1960, 40 plus year 20, 60 years. Okay. It is hardware centric external input device approach. So keyboard is an external device. In a laptop it is integrated, but it is still separate from the OS and the screen and internally wired connected. And what was the overlay approach? Modify and place non-Roman script language Devanagari characters on given QWERTY hardware and layout. This was the basic approach, whether it was the ISKI Jamana or it was the earlier DOS, where the layout was provided in different ways, or the later upper ASCII system, or even the current the Android touchscreen systems. This logic does not suit Sanskrit writing system or any Indic language system writing system that follows an agglutinating character design. We call it Gunit and Samyukt Aksharasa, that formation. We still don't have a solution in technology for Abugida. This is the technical term from the language technologists of the West. Abugida, true voice, true script writing systems. QWERTY, ASCII, Unicode, and by extension, all digital design thinking solutions are built on the axiom anchor process sequential input codes as one keystroke mapped to one unique visual code notated identified value. So if you start from keyboard, a scan code is generated that you map it to an ASCII or whatever the standards you follow, ANSI and other things. Then you take it to the Unicode, and then you take it to the HTML web standards, wherever it is. But the key anchor is one keystroke is one code notated value. This foundational inheritance of digital design principle of European writing systems, which aimed for print document output, that is legible, readable document, needs to be upgraded in the next gen AI frame, which is conversational AI ecosystem. This needs voice interactivity. Quality layout method and systems overview is a progress on historic legacy locked to typewriter mechanical design, Remington typewriter design, as we call it, or the Dvorak system, limitation of spelled writing system. That design hypothesis of writing systems, this is defining the current relations between language and technology. This is the chain lock we need to overcome. Okay, next.
Sir, we have 8 minutes left.
Okay, we'll go through. So the next one is IPA phonetic approach, which uses the speech-to-text screen reader, dictation machines, IVR and European language design-centric solutions. And this is used for the AI. Again, the same thing what I said earlier applies. We don't have a technology even to handle Latin diacritic marked operating systems or the programming languages. Next. Then soft on-screen touch ports are flexible and redefinable layout on surface, but in core they inherit legacy limitations as stated earlier. So all these three solutions are state of art, are not very appropriate for the desired goal of Samskruth AI, Samskruth operating system. Therefore, next slide, sir. So how all this is connected with the Kannada Sanskrit keyboard? A method and system by Samskrutham, Bharatee Shastra Vignana. With this Sanskrit keyboard, this is based upon the sound. One keyboard, one sound unit. This is the basic principle. This reduces the clutter of spelling transmission inside the brain. Sanskrit needs 44 or 63 or 64 depending upon the count, voice counts. This cannot be managed on the 26 units of the alphabets provided on the QWERTY keyboard or 52 with upper and lower case count. Therefore, we need a different unique hardware. And using QWERTY hardware is on a writing system with the 2 fingers typing. It's not the writing, it is not the voicing system. So we require a different model of interface. Next slide, sir. So this is a plug and play keyboard. We don't have to discard any existing system. We can build an extension of the existing system and build independently. It is like suddenly a 30-40 site, a landscape becomes an extension of 100 by 200. So you have got more space. So this particular thing we are going to add on. This particular thing we are going to use to develop independently the Samskruth OS and Upameda. So the new hardware provides us extra power and independence. Next slide, sir. Okay. So what we have done is when you plug this USB keyboard and go to the other side, one more keyboard, we require only one key extra, and that one key to jump is provided in the Om symbol, what we have provided here on the keyboard. And this provides us the exit, like the Control Alt, the Shift, which QWERTY uses to elevate to the next level. And that one symbol shift is from the Roman script model to the Devanagari script model, the shift from writing system to the voicing system. Technical details are available on the slide. You can pick it up later. Next, sir. So that is what I explained as the Om, one marker Alt Shift Control, which gives us the digital tech unifier of the writing system and the voicing system, so that we can use this Kannada keyboard to integrate India AI goals with W3 goals together. We don't have to make it we, they. It is integrated approach. So rest of it can be a technical detailing further. Next slide, sir. So this is the basic thinking, that without giving up the existing model of the writing system, we build on the language operating system, which uses Swara Vyanjana, voice, which is Samskruth operating system for Indian languages, or the voice interface, which becomes script diverted, divisioned for several Indic languages. So we call it as one keyboard for several Indic languages. So we have a lift, a sideway to go to the top floor without disturbing the quality logs and all the other. They will be there, but we have our own soil, kshetra, to build the whole solution for the Indic language solution. So next slide, sir. So what you are seeing here is the Devanagari on the top, but that is not language hegemony. So this can be Gujarati, Punjabi, Tamil, Telugu, anything that goes with the Swara Vyanjana character. What is aimed and desired to be achieved is an opening hardware front, a character input device to develop Indic LLM base of Indic natural language AI without giving up Indic language tech. Indic language tech needs to walk, talk, and deliver Indic language tech solutions without crutches of romanization, transliteration conventions. Next slide, sir. So rest of the slides cover the Sanskrit version, which is basically meant for the people who use the Sanskrit-based understanding of what Sanskrit keyboard is. So now I will just point out to the keyboard some of the features. So this is a plug and play, and the product is already delivered in the boxed level, and we are developing the same Control C, Control V kind of cooperative systems based upon this. This is Unicode compliant. You can type with 2 fingers the Indian language document, as we say, Ukta Lekhan system.
Thank you, sir.
That is type as you say. This is the key thing.
Thank you very much for this. Actually, what we want is that all the Vedic scholars, Vedic scientists, they should come together, and we will form this consortium to build the soil, Sanskrit operating system for Indian languages, and also Upamedha, and our own artificial intelligence system. So I thank again Dr. Vasudev Mishra, who has given the talk, the first talk, and I thank Dr. B.V.K Sastry, sir, who has given the second talk on this series. Thank you again, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for the opportunity and for sharing this. We can work together, and we also bring our teams together. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Right. Thank you. Am I to close? Okay. Okay, thank you.